3 pressing drills, high press 1-4-4-2 formation. First drill, 2 against 3. We set our 2 strikers, number 9 and number 10. We use the width of the box, so that's usually the area we want our strikers to implement pressure. The opposing team has a goalkeeper, number 9, and 2 center backs, numbers 3 and number 4. These are the main players we want our strikers to press in a match. So this is our first drill to work on the angles, the moments, the intensity. Our strikers go for that initial pressing action. Then we will set 3 mini goals in the midfield representing the 3 midfielders opponent has, and we want to emphasize our strikers to not allow the opponent play in the middle, so we leave the sides off from this exercise. So there's number 6, number 8 and number 10 as mini goals. So our strikers need to figure out the angles and the patterns how to prevent the opposing team to progress the ball to the midfield. So simple setup, the goalkeeper or the center back rolls the ball into play, and the attackers need to adjust their movements, their angles to shift and block the passing lanes, and also try to look for moments to go high press, maybe not to steal the ball, but at least force errors. So it's okay for the blue team if, let's say, the red team gets the ball and we add high pressure and number 3 is trying to pass the ball to number 8 but misses the pass, so that counts as successful press, because in the matches also we rarely see attackers steal the ball from the center backs or the goalkeeper. What we want to apply pressure so the ball is not clean and accurate to the receiving player. Okay, this is our first setup. Our next setup, so progression from this, will be 4 against 5. What we will do, we will add fullbacks for the team that is building up, and we will add our wingers, and we will fine tune just a little so players have the width of the pitch. We will keep the mini goals as they are in the midfield. So same setup. Again, our strikers work with the same angles and moments to apply high press. But then we also have our wingers and opposing fullbacks to integrate on the setup. So we'll use the whole pitch. So the red team might go wide, and what we want to work our important mistake. This is exactly why we want one more target goal than we want the defending players. Because if we would go with this setup, what could happen? Smart players try to figure out things to get easier. So if you let your players to play like this, what could happen? Someone figures out, oh, there's only 3 goals and we are 4. Okay. Let's park the bus in front of the goals and you will destroy your exercise. So what we need to bring mini goals. So what we will do, we will add 2 more mini goals, so opposing wingers. Let's do it like this. Ding, ding. So now the red team has 5 options to play the ball. So now blue team cannot park the bus in front of the mini goals, so they need to work together because there's one more mini goal than there is players. So now it's more realistic that the 4 blue players need to shift and cover passing lanes and work together to prevent the opponent playing in the middle or playing on the line. And now also the blue team need to figure out moments when they can go aggressive full press and maybe force a bad pass. Again, it's not about winning the ball up high. Of course, if they can win, it's a bonus, but as it usually happens in matches, it's just forcing a bad pass from the opposing players who are building up. So that's the second exercise. 4 against 5 are number 9, number 10, and number 7, 11 are our wingers, working against the back line of opposing team and goalkeeper, and we have +1 target the red team can play, so we prevent unnatural behavior of smart players. So the last one, 6 against 8. What we will now do, we will remove the mini goals. We allow the red team to have their midfield players in the exercise, and we will bring our central midfielders numbers 6 and 8 inside the drill. So 6 against 8, we have our strikers, we have our wingers, and we will bring our midfielders. And the opponent has goalkeeper, their backline, their midfielders. And now, how to make the exercise realistic? We only have 3 targets left, and this is important. If we now put our mini goals inside the playing area, again, players can park the bus in front of the goal. What we will do instead, we will play all the way to half line, and we will put the mini goals somewhere around here. So in theory, the red team can play the pass anywhere in the area. So if they try to go long, it's much more difficult, and if they get close to midline, it's much more easy. But anyway, this setup forces the blue players to add pressure every time, because if they allow red team to have the ball, have time, have the space, they can easily play these balls to their front line. So this setup forces the red team to apply high pressure, apply intensity, so they can just sit back and relax. If you like drills like this and the way I explain it and the setup, check the link in the description and join Football Coaching Hub, where I share principles and exercises how to develop brave, fast and competitive players. See you in the next video. And meanwhile, check this video because YouTube thinks you liked it.